Can you taste that beat?
Stick to the roof of your jamming mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Spread it thick, don't let it flop. We're spreading on,
Oh yeah,
we're spreading on. Keep it creamy now. We're spreading on,
oh yeah.
we're spreading on. Keep it creamy now.
Hello, welcome back to Phlox'em all. We are here. There's a lot going on. A lot going on right now. We are doing KTL Archon, which is interesting. Normally for KTL, I have done adaptive. But deciding since I'm already doing the road to Vegas, might as well, you know, test some stuff here and see if we can get this. You know, just get some good reps in, see how this deck, this is kind of the main deck I'm thinking, even though it's not one I've actually tested on my series yet. So far, just in what I've been doing from just sort of my side testing and stuff, it is the best that I've seen. This is Sprite Taro, the Nascent Haven boss. It is a Thrall deck, but also got some nasty stuff. Double Mark of Dis, Soul Snatcher, Rich Score, plenty of good stuff in Logos there. And let's go ahead and get this started, and we can look at their deck up here. Unfortunately, we are up against a double Wadka. So double Winds of Death, double Key Abduction, Gravid Cycle, Nepenthe, double Reclaimed. I don't think this is what we are looking for. This deck has been doing a pretty good job against PV, but this could just be brutal. Interesting. I didn't get a chance to practice this matchup either. Oh, shoot. All right, so we are starting at 807. I think we can actually keep this. We're gonna go ahead and just drop Groupthink turn 1. I want to see at least one of those reclaims burned here. So I think we'd be pretty fine. Okay, no reclaims. We'll go ahead and go Shadows then. Booby Trap for the Amber. We'll go ahead and Merkins. Top of deck. Play a Snippy on right. We'll go ahead and hit the Groupthink and then get this guy on the left. We want to get a big board built pretty fast, although we'll probably get hit with a mark or a Winds here already. Oh, they boo. Yeah. We don't have any marks yet, but they might just not play any creatures in this matchup. Again, I don't think... I still just hate these kind of decks, but it makes sense to bring it. I think this is still something that's pretty tough for PV to deal with. If they don't kill the Merkins, there is still the chance that we get to bounce it and nab something out of their archives. So they get Junk Restoration and Boo. I'm gonna draw more here. Scoobu Mills, Winds of Death, Key Abduction in here somewhere. So they still have a Winds and a Key Abduction. And they've got the Junk Restoration and Boo. But they didn't take that in here somewhere. They only have one. So there is a chance if we rigged lottery here that we actually get them caught on some stuff. So I think we just go for that. We are fine getting some shadow stuff out of our hand anyways. There's a Cinder. Oops. Yeah, we'll go ahead and rich score first. Doesn't really matter too much. We hit. Nothing. So they probably have both of them in hand already. Unfortunate. See if they play a Geistoid here, though. Actually, Winds of Deathing here, they still have... Yeah, they find their Winds of Death. We still have a chance of hitting... We get our Forsaken back. I don't know. This isn't looking good. We'll see if they play a creature, but probably not. Yeah, discarding everything. Winds of Death. They lose. Oh, they lose their Key Abduction. I think that actually might save us here. That's crazy. Okay. Call this. Yes. Play Warden. Discard Hob. Make a token. Play the Forsaken. Play Soul Snatcher. Kill that one. Discard Haunting Witch. Okay. Mark of Dis. Discard Hallowed Eve. Archive Unbinding. Do we just Gateway here? Is that enough pressure? Discarding 2 more cards here I don't think matters, so I think we have to leave this. I mean, we need to get here. The problem is they already have 13 in archives. Untamed purges the Soul Snatcher, so maybe we should have gatewayed there just to get the burst. Although we did see some of those discarded. They didn't take their archives, so this might actually not be too much of a turn. If we can stop the key. Don't stop the key in Dis, though, unfortunately. We're not killing any more of these in Dis either. Get Junk Restoration with Gravid Cycle. Yeah. Did not find any good ways to kill these. And this is the trouble you run into with these decks sometimes. If we'd have found the Bouncing Death Quirk, we would have been in such a better place here. Oh, gotta go for it. Discard Lamindra. Get this guy out. We're just gonna reap out. Okay, we got BDQ. Again, they can't deal with this in Untamed and get rid of the Soul Snatcher. If they try to Plague Wind, we just annihilate their hand. They got some teammates coming in. Our team, so we are 1-1 in this team matchup so far. Dave lost the triad, and then Magic Duck won the. Oh, there's just key abduction. And there is a target. Yeah. We're trying, Dave. We're trying so hard. I think discarding gateway was the problem. That's one of those things where if I would, oh, they had both of them. Had both key abductions. That's crazy. So, neutron shark. We can't play the neutron shark right now. And we did not get our. I guess we didn't circle back to it. Yeah. So, really, we're losing because we didn't hold the gateway here, I think. Unless Logos is enough, but we don't even get check in Logos. Yeah. I hate wins. Key abduction. But the fact that they redrew into it, they didn't, like, we discarded it and they just found it again is pretty tough. Yeah, I don't think there's much else we can do here. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, we knew it was going to be a fast match, but Stormstrong, welcome. Key cost is, yeah, they're fine. Key abduction. So what did we need to do different there? I mean, I don't know that there's a whole lot. I think we don't want to go first. We want them going first. Okay, very similar start to what we had last time. I will be interested to see if PV can deal with decks like this. You would have had to bring some specific cards and time them right, because that just happened. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, that just, actually, we can get around that because we have the Gate Warden, but if they have... I mean, both, oh no, one Winds of Death. Yeah, so they have one Winds of Death in hand, so we just lose. Let's see. Well, I guess they have to redraw key abduction, key abduction. So they have to redraw into key abduction. But that's pretty ridiculous. So we'll discard the rocket boots. Get that guy out. And not hit their didn't hit the Winds of Death. Yeah. Man, they still have a big turn too. Down some key cards. Yeah, I mean, game is basically over already, I think. Got Eddie. I don't think we take him yet. EP just doesn't matter in this matchup. Go Geistoid again. Find the Junk Restoration and find the Boo. Like, they didn't archive these, right? I guess when they did... No, because it was just Futures Past first. Yeah. And they're just never going to play creatures because they don't need to. So our Wind of Death is just worthless. Or our marks are just worthless. The future is past for more. Yeah. Whose deck is this Stormstrong? That's what I want to know. Who gave him this nonsense? Let's see. So we know one Key Abduction is in hand. Because they didn't archive one, right? Or in the last two, we can kill like a Thrall here. Yes, it's worth a try. Slip shot, play the Hob. Go ahead and life for life, reap. We discarded the Key Abduction. All right. For one more turn. We're alive for one more turn. I mean, it's something. They could just probably just play their board and reap out from this point. We can't make more tokens because we have to draw through. I guess we have our draw gate warden, which is huge, but they can reclaim for Amber, waste not, and Gravid Cycle into the in here somewhere. Okay, and we cannot make them draw through. We can still kill a couple a Thrall. This, yes. Have to play this one first. We'll discard Garwin. Nice. Get the Forsaken. Get our second Gate Warden down. Shoulder and hit and run is unfortunate. Discarding Boo. That's not what we needed. So now we lose. No Levy and no Soul Snatcher. Go Geistoid. Why are you going Geistoid? Oh, they need it in here somewhere for the Key Abductions first. Yeah. And again, we didn't find any ways to actually kill our Thralls, which there just are ways to do it in this deck. Oh, they're just going to kill them for us. All right. Does that help us? Probably not. Can do some logo stuff here, though. We don't get to check, though. That's an issue. Shadows doesn't get us there either. We make keys more expensive. That's something. Gateway. I don't think groupthink really does much for us here. Except that is a way to kill the Thralls, but now we just need to force them to kill Eddie, but they got Plague Wind. Plague Wind discards cards, though, because we have more Thralls. But not getting to check there, I think, is like also such an issue. But 23 cards in hand, 3 discards don't mean a thing. I mean, they don't even need to do it. They're just have enough, and then they target. How many of these guys can we kill? We actually have the gateway, so we can kill quite a bit. Problem is that kills our Eddie too, though. And there's no chance it's enough to actually stop. Also, we don't stop just their key on Amber if we gateway here. Yeah, fun stuff. So I mean, the most we can kill is, or discard is 5. Or we shadows to, yeah, I mean, it just doesn't matter, right? Archiving more doesn't help us. What is their key cost? So it's 15. Yeah, so they're doing fine. Discarding 5 doesn't help. Stealing doesn't help, especially since we lose our Eddie taxing anyways. Yeah, we'll just lose with dignity, I guess. Yeah, doesn't matter. Oh, there you go. To be fair, I do think that will be our toughest matchup. The other ones are still going to be tough, but not quite as interactionless. Like there's just so, I mean, but I mean, it's just like Levy just doesn't matter. Like I was taxing for 4 there with Eddie, and it's just not even. I mean, it's a terrible matchup too. Like it's, yeah, game 2 was definitely a little bit lucky on their end, but I don't think this is a good matchup for our deck. This isn't what I brought it for. Like this is why I wasn't really thinking about playing this until PV came out, because I hoped it would limit decks like this in the field, which let mine kind of shine out more. But somebody still brought one of these to the field, so to be fair, this might be one of the best ones. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to practice this matchup. We had talked about it, but week's just been kind of crazy. So, but I didn't really think there were too many chances. Especially like just not playing creatures. I mean, you hardly had creatures to discard. Interesting. Okay. That's how it goes. So that unfortunately does mean we lose round 1. But I don't think we're in a bad spot. I think we're still going to have pretty decent matchups going into the rest of this season. But I mean, this is just so efficient. Redrew the Boo off of the reshuffle was pretty brutal in game 1, and the junk. The fact that it has a target too, like if it didn't have the target, those games would have been completely different too. Like this guy is also just one of those cards that just takes these decks from almost you have a chance to interact to you just have no chance to interact. I just think that's because people have been playing a lot of PV. I think once they find out that PV really isn't fast enough to answer some of these, like it has some disruption, but a lot of the disruption, especially like the random discard, like how many ways do you have to get back and archive your combo pieces in here? And like, yeah, there's some archive hate, but I don't think it's consistent enough or even in the good enough houses for it to like really shut down a deck like this. And even if you do, it just reshuffles, finds all those pieces again, and asks, do you have the answers again? And PV decks don't cycle like that, so you're just not going to. So I would be really interested to see if this drops any matches. I guess Punk being in set for PV, it will be a big deal. So like Sydney's deck against this could be real interesting because like on that kind of turn, you can force, if you have Punk in your starting hand, you can force the draw through to make the Futures Pass worthless. But I mean, even after that, you could just be cycling them into the cards they want, which is what I was seeing earlier in some other games where the PE was actually helpful to me. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'll be interested to hear if you all do even some practice against PV and stuff for next round. Interested to see how it goes, but I would guess this is pretty tough for PV to deal with. I guess if you have enough, like, you'd have to have traumatic echoes and stuff, but even those, like, you're not recurring those, so you're maybe playing that twice in a game, and so this deck is just happy to discard a few cards and wait a turn, try again next turn, because you only need for key abduction, how many cards you actually like need in your archives? Like 8, 9 creatures are in here. 15, yeah. And the Scooby too, helping you get haunted super fast is interesting. Against well, so I mean we've got Teuton Carnage's Amber Skies deck too, I think, is in the field. But that one, so it's got disc, but it doesn't have clipped wings. So same thing. I don't know what that does against this. It just you have to like out race it or hope you hit stuff with the tryhards. I guess you could do the Vapor Imps too. Vapor Imps have a chance of shutting this down if you can get it on the board, but there's so many ways to kill. I guess there's not really creatures that could kill the Vapor Imps, but you have to get lucky and hit the hit actions with the Vapor Imp on the discards. Yeah, because the Mars, like if the Mars actually just gets on the board, it's not the scariest Mars. Not much of this. I guess Snippy is a big problem for the Vapor Imps. It just comes down and snipes one. Then it gets arised. But then you have a turn without the restriction, so. I don't know, but there you go. Thanks for hanging out. Stormstrong, good to see you in here. Yeah, I figured I'm going to be playing enough adaptive that I should try and stretch my legs a little. Let Roy take care of that, but yeah, I think that's going to be it for this evening. Thank you for hanging out, and be on the lookout for more KTL, more Final Frame starting tomorrow, Kagi Top Cut, just all the things. Oh, ABR as well. It's all happening. So August is going to be an insane month, but hopefully it's some fun. I am excited to keep playing Sprite Toro. I do really like this deck. It's been surprising me with what it's been able to pull out. I don't think it's going to do great in this field, but I think it's going to do better than I expected. So that might be a safe bet almost. But that is all for me, and we will see you all next time on Phlox'em. Thanks again. Bye.